Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, 10 years in the making, my overnight success story. That's right, 10 years and my overnight success story. How great is that? All right, so I'm gonna take you back to February 2000, actually it was February 10th, 2010. I started my YouTube channel, and you may be wondering why. I don't know if anyone's ever wondered why does she have a YouTube channel? Like, what was her whole purpose? My whole purpose was sharing my knowledge of beauty and skincare. I became a professional makeup artist in '96. I became a licensed esthetician in 2000, and not to get into all of my whole career and where I came from and all this kind of stuff, because I think that a lot of you know my background, and you know the whole struggles with IVF and my infertility and the gray hair at the same time. So the first parts, if we could take the 10 years and we can cut it in the middle, the first 5 years of my YouTube channel it was very confusing. Like, I wasn't quite sure. I wanted to share beauty. I took you with me when I was booked all over the islands with brides, and I thought that was really cool. I had a little flip cam. I started with a flip cam. I logoed it with Fresh Beauty Studio, and I had this huge tripod. So I had this little flip cam. The sound was terrible. You can imagine the islands. It was always so windy. It was like, I just took that thing. I videoed all kinds of stuff, and then I put it up, and I never watched those videos, but I was showing up, and I wasn't a millennial. I was 34, and I really wasn't sure of my space. And I just was like, what am I doing? And half the time I would think, gosh, it's like an abyss. Like, I'm just looking into a hole. Does anyone even watch these videos? This is like, I'm done. Like, it's so much energy, so much thought and time and effort that goes into it. I was like, I'm done. So then, 3 or 4 days goes by. I'm like, no, you know what? Let me film another video or what have you. So I kept kind of like being discouraged, and then I would show up. So then I started doing videos like, crazy stuff, you guys. Like, I was like, okay, so how do I make it interesting? Like, I'm not doing makeup to make myself a man or transforming into a celebrity, and those seem to be really working. And, I'm not vlogging. Like, there's all these things, like, what should I be doing? Like, what do people want? And I was just so like in this tailspin of trying to do what I thought everyone else was doing. I was looking at what everyone else, and I was like, oh, makeup has to be like that. And it just wasn't feeling like it fit. Nothing was feeling like it fit. Like, I was, renting a ballet studio and renting a ballerina so I could film her legs and then transpose those to be my legs for a Black Swan video. And then I did this like beautiful Black Swan crazy makeup for like a Halloween video. And then I was doing like Robert Palmer, and then we have jibs. And I mean, it was getting insane. And I'm like chasing the tail of the dog all around, trying to figure out like what's going to work. So then in late 2014, January 2015 was my first IVF cycle that I went through. I had 2 failed IUIs in 2014. And I'm just now like trying to still show up and crawl back in front of the camera. And I was like, I just couldn't talk about beauty, and I couldn't do a makeup tutorial. I was like, I'm so spent on this infertility, like randomness that came into my life. It was not prepared for it. What's happening? How can this happen? Very disruptive. And then I'm going gray at the same time. So I just felt like 2015 came, and I was like, you know what? I gotta be honest about what I'm going through. So I became honest. I became transparent. I've never done that before. I was not a Sherry kind of person on YouTube. It was about business. It wasn't about my personal life. So I shared with all of you that I was going through infertility. I was not being able to get pregnant no matter what I did. Colorado, New York, you name it, I did it. Talking about how much money we're going to be spending for the rest of our lives on this IVF. The top experts, I had consults with them. You name it. I did a laparoscopy. I had endometriosis. I did it. You name it. I did every single thing possible. Transferred 7 babies. Nothing worked. Spent 4 years into that whole, cash industry. And so I had started a YouTube video or a YouTube channel. wanted to just like dance in the background and then be like, hi girls, what's going on? So welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole Johnson, and this is Not Just a Beauty Blogger, where I talk about IVF, getting through it, and I am not sugarcoating anything. And a blog to be cathartic, to let it all out, to find support. And I found so much support with women. I mean, it was incredible. I never knew that existed, ever. And I, came out about my gray hair journey. I did a video. Someone asked me, how'd you do it? And I was like, I didn't really do it. I just kind of stopped dyeing my hair. Just tired of fighting. I was just tired of fighting. So curtains down, I'm fully exposed. Here I am in front of everybody, totally vulnerable, emotionally trying to get through videos and not cry, this whole thing. And, once I got out of the infertility, once I said goodbye to the infertility, my focus became women and women on the cusp of change and going gray. And I just felt such a calling. I felt like such a calling to that through my beauty and my makeup and how I could transform people, both on a visual and also on a psychological level with skincare and makeup. And it was like a rebirth of my channel and what I was doing. And I think that is such a blessing. I went through the IVF and I was able to, be so humbled and to really have such great connections with women. And I think social media is powerful. I think it's really, really a wonderful way to connect people with knowledge and support. And that's really, the latter part of my YouTube career. The last 5 years is about just encouraging women and being your own healthcare advocate and stepping out and not caring what people think. And, I cared so much as a model and agents telling me, this and that, and I'm not good enough, nor that, and this whole sing-song of all of that stuff. And I just broke out. Like I literally, like when the football players come out on the field and they have that little banner and they bust through it, that was me. That was me. I was so suppressed with all this stuff and failure. Oh my gosh. And I'm thinking that I was like, this odd weirdo woman that couldn't have children. And I was like, once I got out and I just had that fire in my stomach and I was just like, I'm out and I'm going to help as many women as possible through gray hair, through infertility, through feeling like they belong, inclusive beauty, you name it. I'm there for you. I wrote a book about it, Beauty Reinvented. That's what we're doing. We're reinventing. We're just evolving. It's not changing. We're evolving into the women we are supposed to be. And it is just so powerful. And I will consistently show up. I am so thrilled that I stuck it out for 10 years now and made it to 100,000. It's just really so incredible. I love seeing all of you each and every video and your comments, and it's just so wonderful. We're building such a wonderful community of women. It's really refreshing. It's really nice. It's great to see, all the different perspectives on aging, and my Fierce Aging series is such a blessing to me that I can have these women that are women that really just want, to feel good, to feel beautiful. And that's what my channel is all about. And I know people want like an instant success story and they want, oh, what's the secret and this and that. There is no secrets. I have been hustling for 10 years, personally and professionally, struggling and just showing up. And that's my big thing. If I didn't keep showing up, 10 makeup tips. Okay, here we go. Scratch that. Let's go. And here we go. Hit the, okay. Why did I do that? I'm after spinning classes and also, I don't even know if this is on. Like, I feel like so stupid. I feel like even if I filmed a whole day and nothing was good, at least I showed up. At least I practiced. I could look at it as, oh, I just practiced. That's great. Okay, I'll change this. I'll do that, whatever. So I want to thank you for watching me for 10 years. If you've been with me from the beginning, if you're just a new subscriber, I'm so happy you're here. This is a channel about inclusive beauty. It's about you feeling like you belong. I don't care what people have said about you in the past. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you don't have. I think that it's really a community of women that do support each other. And I know it's possible because I see it every single day in my private Facebook group of almost 10,000 women, to my YouTube channel, to my Instagram. You all are so amazing. And I know this energy and this kindness and this acceptance is just going to grow more and more and more. So thank you for keeping me going, for not allowing me to quit, to reach the 100,000 mark. I don't care if it took me 20 or 30 years. Point is, I made it. It's not about time, it's about the experience. And ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.